Hey, what's up, everyone? You're here with Goran, Kirk, and Jack from PickDawgz. Thank you for joining us here for another slate, another few games of the group stage of the Club World Cup. And this is the last four games of the Club World Cup group stage. From Saturday, we are moving on to the knockouts. Some matchups have already been decided, and it's going to be quite interesting and quite fun. The rest of the free picks are up on the PickDawgz YouTube channel. Of course, premium picks are on the pickdawgz.com website. Simply click the links in the description of this video for each one of us. You can put all three of us together in that three-form capper promotion. And of course, you can join our free Discord server where we provide a lot of free picks, not just us, but all the other people as well who are already there with tickets, parlays, and whatever else from all sorts of sports. So get on board and check it out, guys. Now, let's get this show on the road. The first game is actually meaningless, Kirk. We have Vidot and Al-Ain playing for nothing. They are getting knocked out of this tournament. Minus 11 goal difference for Al-Ain, minus 5 for Vidot, 0 points for both teams. How do you see this one going?
Yeah, I'm pretty sick, so I'm not going to talk much. But both these teams, a win, you get some money. So I think both teams are going to go for the win from the get go. I'm going to go both teams to score. I see a very open game.
How about you, Jack?
Yeah, on the same wavelength as Kirk here. Both teams are just going to be relieved that it's a breath of fresh air and they're not playing against Juventus or City. On the same side, you're probably getting some players playing this game that haven't got many minutes in yet, as it is an irrelevant game. And some of those players, they're probably going to be coming into this game thinking I may not get the chance to play on a stage as big as this one again. So I'm going with the shots. I believe in this game. I think the line sits at 26.5. I think this one, as I said, is just going to be open. Going to see lots of shots. People try to get their name on a score sheet and in history books.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing left to play for. You can come out, have fun on the pitch, and just try to get on the scoreboard once or twice, maybe get a win or positive result. So both teams to score for myself as well in this one at minus 156. Now, the next game that we have is between Juventus and Manchester City. Two teams leading this group with 6 points each and plus 8 goal difference for both teams. So whoever ends up winning this game is going to be at the top of this group. I'm not actually sure what happens if there's a draw. Goals
Juve
scored
will go up.
probably is yeah, it's goals scored. So whoever ends up scoring more goals will be the top of the group if this one ends in a draw. But I mean, Juventus scoring a lot of goals. City scored a lot of goals in that second game as well. So they seem to be get going finally. I'll go with both teams to score at over 2.5 at plus 124 in this one. But Jack, I see you're going the other way.
Yeah, when I said Juve go up, I meant Juve actually go up in first. Obviously, I think we just spoke about both these teams are through. But regardless, the Juve they don't win games. We've seen it all season. Juve do not win games if they're high scoring. If they can keep the games low scoring, they tend to get a point. It's very rare you'll see Juve lose 1-0. The game will either just be 0-0, 1-1, or 2-1 for Juve. And for them here, as we've just said, Juve go up if this game finishes 0-0. And not many teams this season have been, even your Napoli, your Inter, not even they've really been able to go to Juve and score lots of goals because the defense is solid. So I think Juve just control the game. Remember, this City team is still pretty fresh. They're probably going to go a long way depending on the draw, but it's the under for me in this one.
How about you, Kirk?
Yeah, it's hard to bet on any of these games before you know temperature, which is actually a really big issue in this tournament. I don't know why they're playing games at 3 o'clock in 99-degree weather, and then they're playing other games in hurricanes. Makes absolutely no sense. Some fans are there for 10 hours in a game, and then I don't know where I was going with that.
It's 7 hour gap, right? Or 6 hour gap. There is no need for a 6 hour gap. You can make it a 3 hour gap, bring the earlier games, like Kirk said, later, and start the later
Yeah.
games at the normal time.
Yeah,
I
And
know
if
you
I'm
got
not
the East
mistaken,
Coast,
still
West Coast, but it's
during the knockouts as well, I think the early game is at
three,
what was I looking at?
3.
6 p.m. my time, which is what, noon Eastern time?
Jesus.
Oh yeah. It's kind of brutal.
which is just
On a
insane.
weekend,
Yeah,
right? Or in a weekday?
on the weekend, on Saturday they start on
Okay, I
Saturday.
was going to say, yeah.
But
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
it also makes no sense because I mean, there's been weekday games that have been at 12 at 3. Who's gonna take off work to go see an Al-Ain versus Wydad game if you're not coming from
No one's
halfway
going to be
across
there,
the
yeah.
world? And I don't get a lot of this tournament. I don't know if this is the end of last season or the beginning of the new season either. But regardless, City looks like they've turned a page here. They have new signings. They've been trying to play well. Ait Nouri's played well. What's his name? I don't know. My brain doesn't function, but someone else has played well that's new. A little help here would be appreciated, but I guess these guys don't want to help me. So,
I don't
anyways,
know which guy you were
Subjective,
talking
no?
about.
Cherokee,
He knows the guy.
that's who's played well, Cherokee.
Oh yeah, he's been doing well. Yeah.
Yeah, these guys have something to show. I think City playing two bad opponents early on has really gotten them back in the swing of City things. And it's kind of a fresh start for them. So I'm going to take City here on the money line. Not my greatest play because I need two things, weather and lineups. Those are the two things that are really hard to predict in this tournament. Saw with Bayern. They didn't really play Kane. Well, Kane sucked anyways, but Olise, Kimmich till the second half, and it kind of bit them. So make sure you wait till lineups and look at the weather before you really make any predictions in this tournament.
Yeah, lineups are definitely something we have to consider in this tournament a lot because a lot of teams are rotating quite a lot, and you never know who's going to end up playing until the hour before the game. So pay attention to that,
I do
guys.
like the way
Not,
they have the lineups though
I'm
when
just
they
saying,
come.
right now, the forecast, this game's in Orlando. The forecast right now is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 85% humidity with lightning and thunderstorms. Have fun
Yeah,
with that one, boys.
it's going to be a 12-hour game for the
We're
fans.
storm season.
yeah.
Anyways, I do like the way they have the runouts for these players. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but they have them come out one by one, announce their names. It's pretty cool. I don't know if they show that over in Europe, but
I
it's
haven't
cool.
seen it. No,
You gotta
that's
watch.
good.
You gotta watch it. It's cool. That's what they should do in the
Cool.
Champions League final when they announce people instead of. I don't know. I think
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm over it. I don't care.
They'll probably do it for the World Cup next year as well.
Mm.
But yeah, like Bellingham said, though, they need to fix the conditions. The pitches aren't good enough, which you can expect. It's like the fifth major sport in the US. I can't
They're playing
fault
on
it.
football fields. They're not playing on soccer
If
fields.
you want to host a World Cup, you have to be World Cup fit. And right now, well, I'm glad that they've done this because that's the last thing we want to hear about all these injuries next season and blah blah blah.
Well, they already effed up with Copa, and they haven't changed anything since. So they're not going to change
Yeah.
anything there.
Yeah, the Copa was really bad with all the fans fighting and tearing each other apart and like tearing the stadiums apart and whatever was happening. It was insane. Moving on to the next game, Kirk. Al-Hilal and Pachuca. Al-Hilal needs a win out of this game, and they need Salzburg to lose against Real Madrid. But I mean, they haven't showed a lot in that attacking end, Al-Hilal, that is, and they definitely have the potential and the quality in that attacking end. But like I said in the last video, I mean, missing Mitrovic, who is your best striker, is a huge deal for this team.
Yeah, I have to take them simply because they're my champion. Don't really think they should be favored minus 165 though. Pachuca, maybe they should. Pachuca didn't even look that bad, to be honest, against Madrid. They just couldn't finish, even though they had a man up the whole game. I don't know. Al Hilal's better, so take them to advance here.
Well, it's not necessarily to advance because if Salzburg gets the draw out of their game, hey, it's gonna be tough for them to advance.
It's to advance. It's to advance.
I think this one could get rough, and I was surprised to see the line with cards, Jack. Over 3.5 cards and even money. I'll take that in a matchup like this.
Yeah, I did look at the cards, but I just felt like I'll leave it for in play. I'll see what the climate of the game's like in the first 10 minutes to see how Pachuca are taking this one. Again, I don't like taking teams usually when the opponent is done and dusted. But it's chalk and cheese between Al Hilal and Pachuca this tournament. Kirk, to me, gave him a bit too much credit. They made Salzburg look good, and Salzburg are not a good team.
I agree. That was
Um,
bad. I agree. That was bad.
So yeah, I mean they're relying on Rondon up front, who's a Premier League reject, and maybe he scores a lot of goals in their league, but isn't this one Al-Hilal money line? And I actually have them to advance. Salzburg are going to get slapped, snapped, smacked. You call it. They're getting it.
Well, you have to remember that Salzburg is playing against a team that doesn't really need anything out of this game. I mean, the Real Madrid is advancing to the next stage, and
Not
I mean,
necessarily. Salzburg wins. Al Hilal wins
well,
by 2. See you later.
yeah, no, I don't think it will go that way because Al-Hilal and Real Madrid tied, and Real Madrid scored more goals then. So I don't know. There's a bit of a math involved, I guess, in this one. But whoever ends up playing for Real Madrid, of course, it's probably better than anything Salzburg has on the bench or whatever. But I still think that Salzburg can score at least a goal in this game. So both teams to score in over 2.5 for me at -120, Kirk.
Yeah, for me, it's going to be domination. I mean, Madrid were down a man the whole game, and they didn't even look that good, and they still put in 3 goals. Courtois played well. Full strength against a Salzburg team that I don't know how they kept a clean sheet against Al Hilal. I think this is going to be 3-1, 4-1, 4-0, 3-0. I think it's going to be ugly. It's going to be, yeah. Madrid, they still have growing pains to go through, but I don't think this game will give them trouble. So Madrid -1.5 for me.
How about you, Jack?
2-0 for me. Like I said, Real Madrid are going to win this game. I'd be less inclined to take this if this was like Atletico Madrid, for example. They've had Simeone as manager for 50 years, it feels like. You haven't got that many new players, but this is a Real Madrid team with new manager, new coaches, new people to impress, a few new players as well. They're going to be playing. If they do not finish top of this group and win this game, it's not looking good for Xabi Alonso, let's be real. And you're going to be hearing from the Real Madrid fans, whether you believe so or not, it's going to happen. Real Madrid 2-0 for me in this game. 2-0, 3-0 is my prediction.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this team. I mean, you come out to play and then you make a stupid decision as that defender did and get a red card in 4th minute. I mean, what the hell are you thinking?
Gotta help them. He
It's
sucks. Better than getting an own goal.
Asensio, you're referring to.
he
Yeah,
just signed
better.
a new contract though.
He would have gotten an own goal if he didn't get a red card, so it worked out for them.
Yeah. I mean, they have the quality and everything. I'm pretty sure Mbappe will not be in the lineup yet. I know that he left the hospital and he lost like 10 pounds or something like that with whatever he had. So he'll definitely skip this game, maybe even the next one, but we'll see when he's going to be back on the pitch. I think Real Madrid wins this one, to be honest. I just don't think they keep a clean sheet because Salzburg at some point will have to attack if they want to advance this group as well. So they will have to get on the scoreboard to try and get a chance to advance in this one. But that's it for this video, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Good luck with all of your bets. Stay tuned for those knockouts kicking off on Saturday. And that's it. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.